Kwa mavijana jembeteshi ya Yesu ngumi ni mbwekse ni ya Yesu ya kwamba tuendelee kuwa adilifu, wachaji wa Mungu, and then above all tuendelee kuwa watu ambao tuko focused. Marriage life, my first things, endeleeni kuwa kitu kimoja, mkijua kwamba ni Mungu aliwaunganisha, na kujua ya kwamba it is a life that really needs a lot of sacrifice. Inahitaji kuwa mvumilivu, inahitaji pia kuwa mtu mwenye ambaye ni mwaminifu, and above all maisha ya ndoa pia yanahitaji sala nyingi sana, sababu watu wanakutana wakiwa wazima. Everybody comes with a personality from home and everywhere else, and so we need also the grace of God to live together. So it is a life that God willed, na hivyo those who are in marriage, you are in the right place, and keep the bond until death do you apart. The vows go unbroken.
Hi, are you well? Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Coffee Time. My name is Flo. And yes, as usual, I bring you the most interesting stories. So I've been yearning to cover a very interesting story about the life journey of a Catholic priest. And yes, today we are privileged to have Father Mbatia on board. So tutakuwa tunasikia story yake ikoje, how maisha yake yamekuwa tangu alitaka kuwa father hadi wa leo. And so I'm going to give him this opportunity to introduce himself to you. Awaambie ni nani, anafanya nini, na safari yake kwenye ministry hii imekuwaje. So welcome Father Mbatia. Feel free to talk to Coffee Time viewers. Tell them who you are, where you come from, and what you do.
Thank you so much, Flo. To our dear viewers, as you have heard, I'm Father Jeff Mbatia, a priest from the Catholic Archdiocese of Mombasa. I'm currently ministering at Christ the King Parish, where also Flo hails from. So it's a home parish, and we are ministering together with Father Peter Opio, who is the parish priest, and I'm the assistant, and I'm happy to share my story today with you about the journey and the life of a priest. Na hii ndio story yangu. Karibu sana.
Okay, so guys, that is just a brief. So back to you, Father Mbatia. This is Coffee Time.
Sure.
And I want to thank you so much for joining us. We are really privileged to have you here. So first, I want to understand where you come from, where you schooled, and what really inspired you to be what you are today.
Okay, I'm Taita. I was born and raised in Nanyuki. I'm a second born in a family of 7, in the family of Mr. and Mrs. Kalist Kimbio. I did my primary school partly in Nanyuki, as I've said, and then finished up in Taita in St. Joseph's Primary. Later on joined Kenyatta High School, Mwatate, and then after that I did some few courses, and it's from there that I had a feeling that I'm called to serve God, and that is the story that we are going to share here today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested. Have you ever served as an altar boy when you were young, or how did that feeling come? Like, what really inspired you to?
Okay, actually it's a very interesting and good question. That when I was a young boy, actually I was an altar boy. I served mass in the military, and that is where I may say my inspiration started. When I used to serve mass with the late Father Macharia, I have good memories of the Archdiocese of Mombasa with the chaplain. By then in 10 Engineers Barracks in Nanyuki. that is when I started feeling that this is so awesome. This guy is a priest and is the same time a soldier. So I had that feeling that I can also be a soldier of Christ.
Shoots to heal.
Yeah, naweza kuwa jembeteshia Yesu. You know, yeah. So and then from there, those times you're still a young boy, you just don't understand what you want in life. But later on, I just kept on feeling that calling coming, because throughout my life, I served in my primary school as an altar server, and I used to do a lot of things for the church. After that, when I joined high school in Kenyatta High School, also I continued being an altar server. And I think that being close to the priests really also attracted me. After my first and second year in high school, that feeling disappeared.
Yeah, I'm sure that by that time maybe you had started seeing life in a different perspective.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we were meeting with guys from different areas. You were interacting with people from different schools. And then, you just see like those things that are just childish. It was autoto. So in my high school time, that feeling disappeared until I finished high school again after joining a college. And that's when again that feeling started coming back, because I was also part of the youth team. And when I was elected as a youth leader, that is when now I met Father Bosco Kindi Soup today, who is now in Miritini Parish. And by then also the parish priest was Father Ndune, that also really contributed to my discernment. Mm-hmm. That's when I started realizing that I have a calling to serve God as the youth chairperson. They saw my abilities, they saw something in me.
And I'm sure you were really trying to fight that feeling.
Yeah.
That here you want to enjoy life in some way.
Sure.
Here you want to be a Catholic priest.
Yeah, I want to be a Catholic priest. Yeah. So it was something that really took time to discern, but eventually the voice of God prevailed. Yeah, sikutaka kuwa kama Jonah. You know the story of Jonah. Yeah, nifosiwe vitu hapo nimezwe na samaki. So I had to give in and eventually to realize that it was a calling from God. And after approaching Father Andune that time and sharing a lot with him, he gave me some directions, and after that, then I started following what he was telling me. Now I came to realize I have a calling. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So immediately you made up your mind. Did you have to apply for something? Did you consult people, or what exactly did you do for you to start the programs?
Okay, actually, as I've said, I had to first of all share my desire and a feel of a calling with the parish priest by then, and he gave me some direction, after which I had to see the vocations director, who is in charge of vocations in the diocese, whom also did a considerable job trying to guide me eventually to realize what I want in life. And after that, they gave me an opportunity to do an application, because it is a requirement for one who is deciding to be a priest to apply, so that it comes from you and as a sign of your commitment also.
I actually did know that people do apply, like seriously. I thought it's something that you wake up, you've made up your mind, you just tell the father, then things just move.
No, actually sio hivyo. It is formal. Let me say, so, the process is formal.
Ukiapply ukataliwe ama vigezo ni gani? Like, what are the qualifications for you to be one?
Actually there are many qualifications, but the major things that they consider are academic and also part of the Christian qualifications. They have to make sure that you are a baptized Christian, so that wasije wakaadmit mpagani, and then they have to make sure that also you have received the sacraments of the Catholic Church. That is, you are baptized, you have the first Holy Communion, you have confirmation, and then from there they now go to the academic qualifications, where the cutoff grade is a C+ for you to join the major seminary.
Na sasa mtu akiwa hajafanikiwa kupata C+ na kwa na calling,
ukiwa umepata C+ na uko na calling,
uko na kitu kama pale ka D+ hivi na uko na calling yenyewe, you know.
Tunaambia ile God mwenye alikuita lazima akupe pia brains.
So I don't think sometimes mtu kuanguka it's more of brains, sometimes tu kuna mtu concentration hicho kipindi tu maybe haikukua or it was distracted, but calling nayo ako nayo hata nyinyi mnaiona. Yeah,
it's possible, but you know now we have been given standards of measuring by the curriculum that whether we concentrate on money, the curriculum states C+, so that is it. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So for you now, you have applied. Umekubalika. You studied it. Mm-hmm. Did you know how long it's going to take? Because for the few of other stories, it takes like 8-10 years to be ordained now as a father. Because I think that's the big deal, isn't it? So you take seminary forever.
Yeah, sure.
You have to keep moving. So wewe ulikuwa ushajua unajitosa kwa kitu kinakaa vipi?
Yeah, actually when you start the journey, utaambiwa tu kwamba it's going to take you the minimum is 8 years, because we have rigorous studies, and then there is a moment also of pastoral experience. So the minimum you can take is 8 years, and so you go in knowing that it's going to take that long. Just like someone who's studying medicine.
For journey 8 years, were you like 50-50? I withdraw, continue with it. How was it?
Yeah, of course kuna hiyo feeling ya kwamba hiyo ni miaka mob na watu pia wanakuuliza hizo miaka zote utatoboa, you know.
I know.
Yeah, sure, but because it is something that is in you, it is something that you have desired. It gives you that self-drive that, you know, I'll make it. And then you live one day at a time, because actually 8 years may look very long, but actually when you start it, it's something short. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
So now you joined the seminary school. Mm-hmm. Which year was that?
I joined the seminary back in 2005, and started at St. Mary's Molo. That is a prepadiutic seminary where we all start from, and it's just a 1 year introduction to the journey of priesthood, and then orientation, and above all it is a spiritual year to keep you in that atmosphere, to try to remove you from the secular world and incite you to the religious world. Ni pole. So it's like some insertion, you know, to be able to adjust. And now
any challenges you encountered during that 1 year?
Yeah, there are many challenges. First of all, like shifting from the normal.
Unajua hapo hiyo mwaka by the way ni kama umejoin form 1.
Ndio hiyo exactly. So unajipata kwamba bado uko torn in between usharobaro wa mtaani na kukua holy Joe, you know, to balance those things, and then the issue also of something new actually, kitu kipya hujazoea. So there is that tension. Will I really make it?
Have you ever sat with your friends back then and they're like, Marry Mbatia, toka tu kwa hii stuff kidogo?
Yeah.
No, I understand the challenge. So shaipitia such kind of pressure?
Yeah, sure. Of course, marafiki wanakwambia, Marry bro, ni kama umepotea njia. Just see what you can do. But at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to some decisions, they are hard, they are personal. And then you tell your friends, okay, I may be lost, but we are many of us. Because tumekutana tuko wengi. So tusonge. But that influence is always there. But many of them will also encourage you and tell you, okay, fine, you have chosen to serve God. Marry si pia tunakuombea. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So after the 1 year, una-enroll kitu kingine? Yeah,
after the 1 year introduction, and then there is the second phase, that is the study of philosophy. That is basically 3 years. it's a degree course, and then after that you do another 4 years of theology, again a degree course, and then after that we are done with the academics, so we come now back to the field. Yeah.
And let's say sasa umesoma almost to the end here, na you realize kwamba kuna kitu hakuna. You see, like for those who have gone through the university, they are, I don't know, missing units, missing marks, sometimes you even fail the exam, and you have to redo. Do you also do the same?
Yeah, it is a curriculum that is universal, so there is no room for failure. If you fail, you have to do a supplementary exam and resit it again so that you attain the standard grades that are required. So
na kuna watu wanaingianga na marks father. You know, these things do happen bwana. Of course unaenda paper ya philosophy. Yeah. And it's kinda ni ile kitu uko unashika yote vizuri. So hakunanga vitu kama hizo.
Huko mazee hakuna marks, ni Holy Spirit ndio inafanya kazi.
You mean unaenda ukiwa hivyo wewe?
Yeah, unaenda tu ukiwa kiwewe hivyo. Yeah, na Holy Spirit akuguide. Sure.
Okay. So now umemaliza hiyo miaka yote, you're now ordained as a father.
Yeah.
Ama unaenda kwanza ground, something like an attachment or something?
Yeah, after umemaliza philosophy 3 years, umemaliza theology 4 years, then you have the canon law stipulates that you have 6 months for you to be ordained a deacon after you have finished the seminary formation. But it all depends also with the diocese and also with many other factors, the local ordinary, the bishop, that is, na mambo mengine mengi. But canonically 6 months after formal formation, you're ordained a deacon, and then after that you're ordained a priest. Yeah.
And let's say now umeenda kwa ground, let's say you're in this parish, and of course uko under father mwingine, right?
Yeah.
Akona ability ya kusema kwamba Father Mbatia is not yet fully cooked.
Yeah, of course, because they give recommendations, and they are given that mandate to participate in the formation and molding of whoever wants to become a priest. And so whatever he recommends is taken with a lot of seriousness, because he's someone you have been with, and he understands you, amekuona. Yeah, so it will be taken seriously. Yeah.
Na ikichukuliwa hivyo vi serious sasa, what happens? Are you taken back? You're taken back to a different parish, or what exactly happens?
Yeah, in such cases you can be referred to another parish, or maybe your period of pastoral experience can be extended until the recommendations are according to what is required. Yeah.
Now you've done all that and you are ordained as a priest now officially.
Yeah.
How was the experience?
Well, I can say it is really an awesome experience. It's heavenly. Yeah, because you feel like you're already in front of the majesty and the cherubims singing with God there, and so it's really a wonderful experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Since you started that journey now as a priest, something good, best moments about it?
Yeah, the good moments are there, and they are innumerable, because the first experience or the best moment is that you are now a servant of God, and you are in a capacity to minister to the people of God. So that's that position, that you are there, and the people of God are there to listen to you, to serve them. That already is an awesome experience. It gives you a lot of joy to know that you have been given a mandate of a group of people that you have to journey with. And then the joy of also having a new family from your immediate family, that you now have a bigger family, also gives you a lot of joy, because you not only become local but even more global, because you come to encounter a lot of people and learn a lot from many people, and that also is also a source of joy, because you have a good network of friends and family from every corner of the country and even every corner of the world. And above all, being in the presence of God is itself full of joy. Yeah, sure.
So like how many times do you pray a day?
Oh, I can say that I pray as often as I feel like, because every time is prayer time for us. Yeah, and we have generally those prayers of the church. We pray. We have the morning prayers, we have the daytime prayer, we have the evening prayer, and we have the nighttime prayer. Those are the stipulated prayers in the office of the church. But you also have your personal time for prayer. So it is a moment of praying every time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we are only human.
Yeah.
So are there days you wake up and you feel like, no, today I don't feel like praying, I just want to watch something? Does it happen to you? Because it happens to me.
Oh, yeah, sure. There are moments that you are low in spirit. There are moments that you feel discouraged, and sometimes you just feel like I just don't feel like praying. It's there. There are those dry moments in the spirit. Yeah. And our spiritual life is just like can say the life in the ocean. There are high tides and there are low tides, so you can always experience that. Yeah.
So you now are priests. For how long have you been this officially, like apart from the seminary thing?
Okay. Yeah, it's very timely and maybe coincidental that it's just like last Saturday, 24th of September, that I celebrated my 6th year as a minister.
So we should now be clapping for you. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary, happy 6th anniversary. Yeah, I was ordained a priest in 2016. Yeah, at Our Lady of Good Hope Parish in Bura, and also it's Our Lady of Good Hope Shrine, the Catholic Archdiocese of Mombasa. And so today I'm 6 years old as a priest, and I thank God for that favor and privilege and His graces for these 6 years.
And so far umekuwa kwenye parish ngapi just before you came to Mbatati parish?
This is my 3rd parish. Nilianza huduma pale Mtongwe, Our Lady of Mercy, back in the year 2016 up till 2019 early. Yeah, from there I was posted to Holy Ghost Cathedral, where I served also for 6 months. And then from there I was asked to go for studies. Then I went back for studies in the Catholic University, Tangaza University College, where I did a master's in spiritual theology up to last year around May. That's when I concluded my studies, and then I was sent here to Mwatate Parish, Christ the King. That's upper. Now this is my 3rd parish.
But inakauja hustle sana. You know, sometimes you just listen to the stories and tunakwambia manze, my first post nilipelekwaga ushago huko
Moshada.
Marsabit huko ndani. Huko kwenye any time ni tension hivi marisasi, right?
Yeah,
but
sure.
Thank God for everything. So how does your daily day look like? How is your routine from the time you wake up to the time the day ends?
Actually, I'm an early riser. Huamka 5 niingie rodi kiasi, and then from there 6 nirudi kwa keja ni freshen up, and then 6:30 tuko na masi ya kwanza kwa convent ya masista, and then after 6:30 tuko na mass nyingine 7 kwa parish. So because we are two, we interchange. When one is in the convent, the other one is in the parish. Once in a while it does happen. Yeah, once in a while it does happen. Kukinyesha na njeve pia ataita. Sasa zingine unasikia ka usingizi kameshika. Yeah, but
hiyo time unafanya aje? Because guys, if it was me, nasikia nimesema hapo leo ni kama kuna venye nilala late ama nimeenda mahali, because you see umepitwa na usingizi, you just can't tell them directly ati father alilala. What do you say in such occasions?
Of course you always have to excuse yourself. It happens. Yeah, but because of our training, it doesn't come always. Mara moja tu utajipata umedelay 5-10 minutes. Yeah, but sio ati umelala kabisa mpaka una abscond duty. Yeah.
So after meetings, what else do you do in a day?
Yeah, after the mass.
Special days for the meetings. Mass ni kila siku.
Mass ni every day. Hiyo ni kitu ya kila siku. So after mass and then programs za siku ziko. We have small Christian communities zenye tunatembelea. We have schools. We have school programs in schools. We have meetings with different stakeholders katika society ambao wanahitaji pia our input. So at the end of the day, you find that the day is always engaged. Then you also have evening masses like in our parish also. Za wazee CMA on Wednesdays. We have za kina mama CWA on Thursdays. We also meet with the youths and children on Saturdays in the evenings. And so you find yourself engaged almost throughout the day. Okay. Yeah.
So guys, this is interesting. I love the story. I love the journey as well. Naona hata mimi nitakuwa sister. But meanwhile, please subscribe, comment and like to this channel. This is Coffee Time. My name is Flo. We shall be back in a few. We are back. This is Coffee Time. My name is Flo and trust me, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I think I love Father Mbatia's journey. Na amesema anaitwa Jeff Mbatia. So I think you can relate jaribu kupitisha hapo. So now I want us to listen to something which is very controversial, Father. I want us as Coffee Time viewers and as Flo tujue, how do you guys handle love matters? You know why? Because number one, we don't marry. Na sisi wote ni human. And it happens, Father, that you might love someone from the physical. Unajua kuna kuona. So how do you deal with that?
Flo, history ya malombotovu najua watu wengi wanaiuliza sana. But it is something that is natural. It is human, and it is part of a creation. But when you read the Gospel of Matthew, it tells us that chapter 20 there tells us that some people who were born eunuchs, there's some people who have been made eunuchs, and there's some people who have chosen to be eunuchs because of the kingdom of God. And that is us now, that we chose willingly and knowingly that I'm going to be a priest and I'm not supposed to marry, I'm not supposed to engage in intimate relationships. And so it is part of the discipline of the ministry. Now, as you start the journey, you already know that ninaenda kuwa priest. So sitarajii kwamba nitakuoa ama nitakuwa na mapenzi na watu. So it is what we call now the setting of the mind, that from the beginning you set your mind and know that I've chosen to live a single life and to serve God. It's a self-sacrifice, let me say that. It's a self-sacrifice that you offer yourself for the church, and you also offer yourself to God as a living sacrifice. And so what I can say is that it's just an issue of discipline. Yeah, we are trained to discipline ourselves, to discipline our senses, our emotions, and also it's also the personal discipline on how you engage yourselves with people, knowing that you have emotions, but above all, knowing that the human person is not only emotional, is also rational. So yeah, the emotional part should always be controlled by the rational part.
Mm-hmm. And do you guys vow?
Yeah, we take the vow of celibacy. That is part of the vow to like commit yourself that you're not going to get married and you are going to live a life of purity. That is actually the main goal of celibacy. Purity and chastity and celibacy go hand in hand.
And is it true that some of you got families?
I can't attest to that.
There was once a debate concerning that, and we see comments, and I'm like, does this really happen? Because I know, of course, yes, you can't say yes, because maybe you've not seen that.
Yeah, and that's why I can
but
say.
You've had.
I can't say I've heard, but those are just rumors. Sijaona bado.
Okay.
Yeah, labda I'm yet to see.
Alright.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm sure you do counsel couples.
Mm-hmm.
You offer marriage counseling.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think it's always appropriate like to do it because you guys are not in it? So una imagine unaambia mtu toka kwa hii ndoa because your husband will never like recognize amefanya makosa, so wewe toka tu, ama wewe baki kwa ndoa because your husband will change. You see, father hujakuwa hapo.
Yeah.
Unaona, like maybe hujapata kile experience cha what they really go through in that marriage. So how do you handle such? So unaweza ambia mtu kitu, but maybe wewe una feel iko sawa, but wao wana feel
haiko fiti. Okay, actually kitu naweza nikasema ni kwamba the first thing ni kwamba hatujatoka kwa moon, we tuko kwa society and we come from families, so that already gives us a background, you know, of what family life and marriage is. And then secondly, we also go training on issues pertaining to marriage, and above all we also based on experience that we share with people. We have friends that give us their daily experiences, and that one also can help you in guiding and counseling people. But above all, what I can say is that the training gives you much of what you need to share with people. So they can just say, just like a doctor, there are many doctors who have not suffered cancer, they have not suffered HIV, but they still treat because they have been trained on how to treat those ailments. They have also met patients with such ailments, and so from journeying with them they learn
juu kuna mtu atakwambia kwa sababu hujawahi lewa, then you should not tell me anything concerning alcoholism. But I understand pia kwamba you've gone through the classes as well. Umefunzwa how to handle such matters. So far hakuna mtu ambaye kuja kwa kwambia by the father mi uliniadvise hivi lakini wacha mimi nifanye hivi. And how does it feel? Okay,
what I can say is that we give advice, and it is not cast like on a stone that like you have to follow it. You choose whether you'll have to listen, and it's just an issue of direction. So despite the fact that we give advice, we leave people with their freedom to choose whether to take it or not. But we have that mandate to at least to give some input and advice when someone approaches you. So whether someone implements it or not is just left to that individual discretion.
Na sasa tangu umekuwa hapo, is there anything that you regret out of the decision you made? Have you ever woken up one morning and felt like, I think I should be having a family? Has it ever crossed your mind?
Okay.
Ama mnakuanga tu switch off tu kila kitu?
Si issue ya kuswitch off kila kitu, ni issue ya kwamba unaishi na una accept kwamba unajua Swahili wanasema ukishavulia nguo uyaoge. So unajua hata saizi nikisema nataka family na siwezi kuwa nayo, inabaki tu ni issue ya itabaki kuwa story. Unajua, so at the end of the day there is that feeling, it can always come and you see your teens wako na watoi, wako na family zao wanarukaruka, but at the end of the day unajikuta kwamba we cannot all be the same. We always have choices, like just like you today, you are in the media na kuna mwenzako labda ako kwa banking na unamwona ana flourish, unaweza regret ukasema kwa nini niko kwa media, I wish ningefanya medicine ama nini, but unajikuta it's already something you have made a decision of and you have to live with that decision. So it's the same with us, that you have to live with the decision.
And is there a way you can default? Like just write a letter the way you applied and say, I'm not able to carry on with this.
No.
I think I want to do something else.
Yeah, actually the beautiful thing with the Catholic Church is that it has given priority to human freedom. So we are not like we are chained forever. Once someone feels like this is not the best choice I made, I want to reverse my decision, the church gives rooms to that, and you can always write a letter. And, it's a process that now we follow.
You have to stay there.
Of course, the church will always guide you. The church will always try to give you many more options. But at the end of the day, it will also respect your decision. So kama uko na valid reasons zenye pia ziko in accordance with the canon law,
kama valid reason inaweza kuwa gani? I just want to know, I'm curious. Like what is that valid reason? Na pia hii ni gani yenye kai valid yenye inaweza kataliwa?
Okay, like that feeling that you unaona kwamba I am not comfortable in serving, I am feeling like I just want to do something else, unajua inakubalika. So there are many. I wish I could have the time to stipulate them according to what the canon law says, but actually it's that the church gives that allowance, that kama mtu amefeel hana hiyo wito baada ya kuendelea kumtumikia Mungu, there is a process ambayo inaweza kusaidia ukaenda na ukaanza maisha mengine. Yeah.
Okay. And you've been a father for the youth, actually, if I would say. Yeah. Like you mentor or you have those groups, and it happened to kwamba most youths are kind of attached to you. Yeah. For one reason or another. The few I've met, they're like, you see, Father Mbatia is very social, he tells you this and you just find like this is the truth. So what makes you think imeleta hicho connection na vijana?
Let me say also it's just a gift from God, because we are also called and we are given different gifts. Just like St. Paul tells us in the letter to the Corinthians, chapter 12, kwamba there are people who have been called to be teachers, other prophets, others. So there are those gifts that God has bestowed on everyone, and so maybe the gifts to deal with the youths imekuja tu kutoka kwa God. Nimejipata pia mi bado niko that stage ya youth, jo nimeanza kuwa saizi, nimeanza kuzeeka, lakini I believe that also that being youthly and also that I can say attribute my ministry as a priest to also having been a youth leader, as I told you, also gives me some special attachment to the youths. Yeah, and then it is a lot that really needs a lot of attention, and so I feel obliged to serve the youths and find the ways that I can really help them realize themselves and know what God is calling them to do, and above all, to ensure that they are not lost in this world. So na feel tu hiyo kwamba ni bado najisikia nikiwa youthly, na hivyo niko tu na hiyo passion na my youths. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So something else, I think nilikueleza pia ni kwamba father ama padri wa Kikatoliki akitokea kwamba Mungu amemuita.
Yeah.
Is that the right
sure.
way to say it? Hawezi zikwa kwao, anazikwa kanisani.
Yeah.
So is that an agreement like you guys have with the church? Are your parents aware? Are they in agreement with that? Ama mtu anaweza kufa leo, kesho familia yake iseme hapana, we want Mbatia home.
Okay. Actually, once you start the journey, you are detached from your family, na hivyo your parents know very well clearly kwamba sasa hiyo tumempeana kwa kanisa, and especially during ordination you see that like the parents are the ones who present you and give you to the bishop. So it's like they have totally offered you to the church. Yeah, and then according to the laws of the church, again, it stipulates clearly that an ordained priest is supposed to be buried within the premises of the church. So there is no way you can change that one. Yeah. So it's a lifetime thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tukimalizia guys, I want Father Mbatia to talk to the couples or the people who are in marriage, awambie kitu moja, and then finally aongeleshe mavijana. To you, Father Mbatia.
Okay, thank you very much, first of all, to appreciate the gift of marriage. It is a divine institute. Genesis chapter 2 tells us very well that mtu atamwacha babake na mamake, wataambatana na mke wake, nao watakuwa kitu kimoja. So for those who are in marriage life, my first thing is endeleeni kuwa kitu kimoja, mkijua kwamba ni Mungu aliwaunganisha, na kujua ya kwamba it is a life that really needs a lot of sacrifice. Inahitaji kuwa mvumilivu, inahitaji pia kuwa mtu mwenye ambaye ni mwaminifu, and above all, maisha ya ndoa pia yanahitaji sala nyingi sana, kwa sababu watu wanakutana wakiwa wazima. Everybody comes with a personality from home and everywhere else, and so we need also the grace of God to live together. So it is a life that God willed, na hivyo those who are in marriage, you are in the right place, and keep the bond until death do you apart. The vows go unbroken, vile watu wanaimba ile siku ya harusi, hatimaye ni leo, ni siku yetu.
Yes.
Yeah, so that joy iendelee siku zote kwa ndoa. Na zaidi ya yote, kitu kubwa kwa ndoa ni pia kuwa watu wa sala. Mama Maria, if you remember, the first miracle happened in a family setup in John chapter 2. Those people, the wine was replenished, but through the intercession of Mother Mary and the presence of Jesus, their aibu was changed na ikakuwa sherehe kubwa. So when you also invite Jesus and Mary in our marriages, I believe they'll always have a solution. Yeah.
One word for the youth who are watching you.
Kwa mavijana, jembeteshi ya Yesu, ngumi ni mbwekse ni ya Yesu. Kwamba tuendelee kuwa adilifu, wachaji wa Mungu, and then above all tuendelee kuwa watu ambao tuko focused na maisha. Society imechange sana. There are a lot of things coming, especially in the digital generation that we are living in. I'm a social media advocate, and I like to encourage a lot of youths that are jobless, that to try and use the social media to create jobs for themselves. We can be content creators. Yeah, we can be social media evangelizers. You don't need to be a priest like me, but you can use the social media to evangelize and share inspirational stories like this one that Flo is doing today to the world. And so just know that the world is at the palm of your hand, and you can use the social media to reach as many people as you want, to share your dreams, and also to realize your dreams. But above all, to us they used to remain focused, watie bidii, wajiepushe na mihadarati. Siku hizi tunaona wasee wako base tu ni kajaba sana, mogoka na mambo mengine mengi ambayo yanawapoteza. Tujaribu tu kuishi life ambayo ni true, ambayo itatusaidia in our future, kwa sababu this is the time that as youths you can put your foundation for your future. And so once you miss focus right now, it can be really difficult to trace it baadaye. Waswahili wanasema majuto ni mjukuu.
Yes.
Yeah, so the best thing ni kama kijana saizi kuanza kuweka foundation poa, kuwa na culture ya kusave kidogo kidogo ile unapata, and then above all, kama nilivyosema, tujitolee pia kumtumikia Mungu na kujua ya kwamba our dreams are valid. I like quoting Lupita Nyong'o when she won the Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
And she was asked, what can you tell the youth in Africa? And she said that, my dear brothers and sisters in Africa, that no matter where you come from, your dreams are valid. And so that is also what I can re-echo to the youths, that your dreams are valid. No matter where you come from, just keep on pushing and pushing until you get it right. And I believe with God, mambo yote yatakuwa tu sawa.
You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Father. Thank you for joining Coffee Time. Yes, this is Florence. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Na asante sana. Thank you for the piece of advice. I'm sure Coffee Time viewers wameona na wamesikia. I'm also happy that nimejua vile safari yenu huwa ipo.
Yeah.
So just to appreciate you and thank you so much. Hope to have you next time.
Sure.
For more and more. Asante. So back to you guys. Thank you so much. This has been Coffee Time for you. My name is Florence. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.